Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games All the Time. My name is Joachim and today we'll be unboxing so much stuff from Street Masters. A long time ago, I think 2020 or something, there was an Indiegogo campaign by Blacklist Games that is now blacklisted by many people. I think they're even went bankrupt and everything. They basically produced the game, then were unable to deliver it. Then Steamforged bought them, or at least the IP from Street Masters and so on, and the inventory and so on. And then they basically said, we will deliver all your stuff and you get some bonuses or whatever. I forgot the details, but basically if you order the new expansion, they'll deliver all the other stuff as well with a discount, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the details, it's been so long. But anyway, now finally I've got everything that I wanted, because back when I had the original Street Masters with a couple of expansions, I was always very frustrated I couldn't get Aftershock. So this is Aftershock, the Aftershock stretch goals. Then we have Taro the Dragon, and then Lament of the Blood Moon. This is not only Aftershock actually, because it's Aftershock together with, which one is it here? It's not Aftershock only, it's also Legend of Oni expansion. It is also Twin Tiger expansion, and it is also Redemption expansion. There's like a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah, so anyway, a bunch of stuff. So we're going to start with Lament of the Blood Moon. Normally I wouldn't start with that, but you know, thanks to Steamforged for actually saving this, because at one point I thought I'd never see all this stuff again. Part of me is still afraid whatever is going to be in here is super molded. I don't think so, but it's been in a storage facility probably or warehouse for so long. Anyway, let's start with this, and then this one, then the stretch goals, and finish with Tide of the Dragon. And there's also a Rumble pack, by the way, and me and my infinite wisdom apparently ordered it twice. So anyway, and then also this pack of extra stuff. Yeah, okay. So we'll start with Lament of the Blood Moon and then make our way through the rest. Okay, so Street Masters 4, I guess. Lament of the Blood Moon, a fully cooperative game for 1 to 4 players. So this is the side. It's not very special, because in the end it is also kind of like an expansion. But even the back of the box is not much special. It just says, you know, 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes, age 14 plus, and that's it. So if you just see this in the store, you can't really check what it looks like or what it is. But yeah. Okay, so no art on the inside. I didn't really expect that anyway. So, Street Masters 4. Lament of the Blood Moon game components. 22 miniatures, fighter decks, enemy decks, stage decks, story cards, ally, rival cards, boss, rush, challenge, map tiles, and dividers. For a game like this, I'm actually excited by dividers. So for people who have never played this before, it's always very simple. I'm actually going to quickly show you this, which is actually the Aftershock box, because the bottom of the box tells you exactly how it plays. Basically, choose your fighter or fighters if you play multi-handed. Yes, you can play with all of these. Choose your enemy. These are all different crews. Choose the stage. Mix it all together, and then you fight. And even the bosses have turned into fighters that you can play as. That is how awesome it is. But yeah, I'm going ahead of myself now. So anyway, this is one of the locations. There's going to be a ton of these. Also double-sided. Like this is where you normally start, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like a joystick, right? And then you got the wings. This is where I think the boss starts. Then there's crates and everything, spawning points, objective points. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not here to explain the game. It's an unboxing, so I'm going to stop explaining the game. But yeah, I don't even think. Do I have a playthrough of this on the channel? Probably not. I don't know, but back when I was still playing this, I don't know if I had the channel yet, to be honest. Or at least I wasn't using it expertly. This is kind of nice. Yeah, it's pretty good quality. It's original. So these are all decks. I'm going to take them out. Put them here. This is all very modular. Nice. So this was in here. Let's take a look at the minis first. There is a lot of dead air in this box. Look at this. So I think I can cannibalize maybe some of these boxes, so I don't have to have that many boxes. Like, something I don't really understand about companies sometimes. This is only like this amount is used by the minis, yet look, it's like so much space in here. But it is what it is. So this is the first one, the first mini. Okay. Then some of these are the same. Like if there's multiple copies, that means there's enemies, right? Goons. So this is one of those goons. So I should actually paint this because all of these are very easy to paint. You know, because they don't have tons of. So the one that you just saw, there's 5 of these. There's also 5 of these because they're not a ton of details on the minis either. So they should be fairly easy and quick to paint. All right. Then we've got 3 of these guys. They look like dwarves. Okay. Then we've got 3 blood moon ladies, I guess. Reminds me a lot of like The Hand in from Marvel. You know, like the Defenders and everything, the series. Again, I think these are heroes or fighters, I should say. And of course, it's Street Masters, but it's like, you know, a copy of Street Fighter. You know, they even released Street Fighter as a game as well. I didn't back that because of like so much of Street Masters already. I really don't need, because the system was basically the same. And all these fighters, you know, they have their different abilities. Like some fighters are best for support and so on. You don't want to solo a mission with a support character because you kind of lack the punch. I mean, it might be that you pull it off, but I wouldn't recommend it. What is this? Kitana? Her sister, cousin. I mean, we'll see it soon enough when we go through the decks. There we go. One more, and then we've already done the minis for this box. But I'm not looking forward to opening those card decks because it looks like it's pretty tight. As you can see, it's like the plastic where it is like really tight, you know, so there's no lip or whatever to pull off. Anyway, I'm going to take the plastic out of all of these and then I'll get back to you. And as I thought, it took a while to take all the plastic off. But let's take a look. Let's first look at the fighters. You've got Butler, who looks a lot like Ryu. Oh, no, not Ryu, not Liu Kang, actually. You can see this is normal states. This is beefed up states when he's like super focused. I forgot what it's called. So you use different cards: escalation, make some room, martyrdom, ascetic, bring it on. I can do this all day. In harm's way, and reckless offense. Okay, so that's Butler. Then we've got Anya. So her regular, all part of the plan, and then plan in motion. So she's got delayed strike, thrust kick, arm bar, rebuke, sabotage, deflect damage, distraction. Wow, okay. Paid off. Okay, so that's Anya. Let's do the fighters first. So this is Castle from a TV show. Castle. So snapshot and finisher. Then we've got Snipe, Brute Force. He's wearing gloves. Yeah. Back to the Shadows. Desperate Measures. Take Aim. Quick Work. Assassinate. Marked Targets. Okay, so that's Castle. So these are all from the version of Steam Forged. Okay, so we'll see the difference later on in the other versions maybe. So Caitlyn. So first of all, it's Blade Shield, and then it turns into Blade Storm. So Whirling Dervish, Deflection, Blade Dancer, Nimble, Determination, Phoenix Stance, Symmetry, and then finally Fan Toss. Okay, that's Caitlyn. Then we have stage conditions. We've got two of them. We've got Snowdown, the stage setup. All right. Then the stuff that happens in the stage. So Power Swell, Intervention from Beyond, Punishment Due, Raining Blood, Blood Shrine. So these are the objectives, all different kinds of shrines. Okay. Then we've got the Blood Ritual. Oh, these are the other cards actually. There's another stage setup over there. We've got the stage setup for a stage condition for Blood Ritual. Then here the story deck from Lament of the Blood Moon. Boss Rush Challenge stage rules, and then Swift Claw, who has two sides, a two-sided one. Okay, an ally or a rival. Then these are the dividers, as you see for everything, right? So I guess you can take a look. We have Anya, Butler, Caitlyn, Castle. Higher Purpose is what you can see in a second. Snowdown, Atonement, Nomads, Silver Phoenix, New Brotherhood, The Empire, and Story Deck. So I guess that means that they can also be bad. This know them already. Okay, these are story cards for the characters and also their upgrades. So if Castle defeated the boss, blah, blah, blah. If the fighters won, blah, blah, blah. So then you've got these cards, but these are all like upgraded versions of their moves. Okay, so nothing much changes. These gets a golden border and it's stronger. Okay, so no need to spend much time on that. You've got Higher Purpose, so another stage, right? So there we go, and then here we've got Elevator, Warehouse, Loading Bay, Boss's Orders. This is of the Essence, Second Wind, and Cargo Drop. Okay. Then we have the enemies, the what you call it again, the factions or whatever. So this one is the Atonement. So they've got Anya as a boss. Then so Rally, Teamwork, Plan in Motion, Sabotage, Weaken Resolve, Paid Off, Distraction, and then basically her minions. So it's Jin, because he's minion, Jin for every color. Veronica, Anastasia, and then Rally. Okay. Then we've got New Brotherhood. So Castle is the boss there. And then we've got Ambush, Full Unload, Mark Target, Defensive Measures, Snipe, Wet Work, and then you've got Lion, Reinforcements, Drago. Some of these are from the base game actually. Power Soldier, because as you can see, we didn't see the minis in here. So you need to use this with the other boxes, otherwise you won't have any minis. Then we've got the Nomads. The Nomads have as a boss Butler. So it ain't over till it's over. Martyrdom, we've seen this before. Wherever I May Roam, Dead Reckoning, Collateral Damage. Mountain General, Reinforcements, Goliath, Reinforcements, and Felicia. Okay, then we've got Silver Phoenix, and the boss there is Caitlyn. Symmetry, Blade Seal, Determination, Phoenix God, Fan Toss, Marionette, Lucille, Reina, Marionette again, Reina again, that's it, okay. And then finally you've got the Empire, and the boss of the Empire is the Blood Moon boss, right? So Moon Shades, Lunar Altar, Bolster Spirits, Exsanguinate. That really, really feels like the hand. Eviscerate, Swift Claw, Moon Shades, Relentless Aggression, Inferno, Swift Strikes. These are all Swift Claw events. Knee Strike. Then Salaryman. So that's minion of the boxes. See, these are the minions from the box. Jinru. Okay, this is a dwarf. Mirage. I've seen these guys. The Empire, reference cards, and Sanctuary again. Okay, so these are the cards. I'm going to put all these back for now anyway. And because I want to, like I said, see if I can put some in the other boxes. We'll move on to the Aftershock box, which is the biggest one of them all. And those are technically all still Blacklist Games boxes. So we'll see the quality, what's there, okay? Okay, so here's the Aftershock box. But like I said, this is by Adam Sandler and Brady Sandler. So like I said, this is the basic Street Masters, I guess, because it doesn't mention anything. But the different sides show what's inside. So we've got here Legend of Oni, which gives you a little bit of typical Street Fighter, but also Dragon Ball Z vibes. Then we have this one here, Redemption. Okay. Which once again, you know, Blanca and everything else, you know, you see where they get the ideas from. Then you've got Twin Tigers, right? So that's another expansion. And then we have, then I guess, Aftershock. So I'll show you the bottom again, the box. So choose your fighter, choose your enemy, and then choose the stage. And some of these, like the Brotherhood here is here again. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll recognize some stuff. Maybe they put the original base game in here again. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but yeah. I know the original Aftershock just had its own box. It wasn't as big as here. I'm trying to open it now. It's not going very well. It's not easy. I feel like it's not heavy enough to really open smoothly. It's coming now. Okay, up. No art, of course, in the middle. No, inside. Alright, Aftershock. Ransom City is no more, and Missile Strike has done stuff. Okay, so Aftershock is a deluxe expansion of Street Masters that introduces new fighters, enemies, and stages, while also introducing new mechanics such as mission cards and showdown decks. But this is not just Aftershock, of course. So, new rules, story rules, showdowns, rule clarification, and simultaneous turn variants. These are stickers. Maybe to place it on, I don't know. Maybe it's for fun. Maybe it's to paste it on certain storage stuff. I don't know. So here are tokens. Okay. Sometimes I think the art is a bit strange. Like for example, this one. Can't really say it's super pretty, right? But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. At this point, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just happy I got it. So this is one of the stages. Bog Down is the stage because it's in, you know, the bog. This one's called Triage. Okay. And here, this one is Derailed. And the other one is Meltdown. There we go. Then we've got this part here. So I'm just going to move it up. Take this out. Okay. You can see there's a bunch of stuff here. These are all like boxes like we just saw before. And yeah, you can put stuff in there. All right. So these are noticeably different types of miniatures. They're darker, first of all. So let's go over the miniatures first, shall we? So we got this one, like I said, much darker. So I guess if you mix and match, you can quickly see from which version they come. This one. Okay. So these are the actual fighters or bosses, because there's a bunch of other ones that there's multiples of. These are all unique. All right. There's like a whole row of them. Not a whole row of them. The last three are also duplicates. I'm sure there'll be more minis in there. I think there's a lot of trays. There's this guy. You don't want to mess with him. There is a big one coming. This one. Okay. This one here. I am very happy with this Street Monsters Revival. Okay, there's 3 copies of this guy. With the briefcase and the gun. Okay. And there's a lot of them of these. This woman. 5 or 6 or something. A lot of these as well. This guy looks cool. Very twisted. Looking. Okay. And there's a lot of this guy as well. Initially it makes you think he's going to sing a song, but no, he is not. Many of those, then many of this one as well. There we go. And then 3 of these. Very supernatural. Oh, my goodness, what happened to this guy? Okay, so 3 of those. Then we've got the showdown decks here, and then also some items. I love the items in this game. So showdown decks. So there's a bunch of them. I guess this is just also a divider. Anyway, let's take a look. We've got Lita, Ronnie, fighter deck, yeah. Murphy, Fada, Parasol Inc., The Abandoned, Bogged Down, Derailed, Triage, Meltdown, and Showdown decks. Okay. So these are just dividers, most likely. And then this one, we have to try and get it open again. We've got missions and we've got loot. So the loot is always cool, I think. So you got a flare gun, you've got candy bars, survival rations, tear gas, adrenaline shots, pepper spray, gift receipts, nail bomb, riot shield, and binoculars. Okay. Then you also got missions. So, well, these are just, yeah, whatever. Never mind. These are just text, so nothing interesting to see. So yeah, this has once again a lot of space underneath. So here we've got trays basically. So we got some foam that I'll keep on the side in case the trays don't get completely filled. So you can use foam to make sure that cards don't, you know, slide around. Then get the tray out. So this is one of the trays. Very short though. And then they all are quite short. And with this thing, so I guess you're supposed to put the cards in like this, but I guess we'll see. There's a lot of them. It's pretty tight. So I'm supposed to put all the cards here, I guess, with the dividers because it goes very deep. So this seems more like a storage box than anything else. So I guess maybe all those other boxes can fit in here. That would be nice. That'd be very nice, if I'm being honest. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of card decks here. One more here. Oh, these weigh so much. Why? They weigh so much more than the others. They're bigger, but still. Man, so heavy. Okay, so these just all containers, so I can just leave it there. I'll open these cards and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so the reason why these two decks are so heavy is because they have dividers for everything. So one step ahead, Reese, State of Decay, Glam, Jackal, The Dawn, Yokai, Ashes of the Eternal, Axel, Real Terror. So all these are dividers for literally everything. And the cards themselves are thicker as well. So Wicked, Dimitri, it's from the original box. Ikuchi, Rude Awakening, The Oni, All the Rave, Davenport Manor, Crunk, Alone, Project X, Out of Time, Overview Cards, Under Destruction, Pounding Pavement, Raven, Shadow, Miss Matrix, The Proxy, The Nakwali, The Ceremony, Poison the Well, Cybertooth Crew, Recyclord, okay, Kimono, Kenshin, Tlasotlitl, Peer Pressure, Running Wild, Onyx League, Renee, Grill, Juan, Celine, Mac, and Mob Rules. And then you've got another one. So these are all things that, you can mix and match. It's crazy. Lita, Bogged Down, Megan, Cashed Out. I think that's original as well. Sudden Death, Hero Story Decks, Max, Hanzo, Ronnie, Derailed, Younghua, also original, I think. Gone Ballistic, original. The Brotherhood, original. Story Pool, Tiger Azuls, The Ayakashi, Murphy, Triage, Natalia, original copy, The Cartel, Allies and Rivals, Chan Chen, Rainstorm, Vada, Oveda, Meltdown, Gabriel, Steel Memories, The Golden Dragons, Mickey, Clan Hattori, Ring of Fire, Parasol Inc., Showdown Decks, Brandon, Supply and Demand, The Kingdom, Wildfire, Schooled, Jack, The Abandoned, Kyoryu, also original, Compromised, also original, I think, Rights Remain Silent, Story Decks, Clint, Spring Break, and the Cifarelli family. So yeah, those are the two big ones. So let's take a look at some characters. We've got Lita here. So this is her, basic, dupe, and then enhanced, she's Pandemonium. Okay, so Pickpocket, Scissor Takedown, Not So Sleight of Hand, Lighten the Load, Distraction, Unlicensed Engineer, Setback, Raid, Thrifty. This is actually the hero story. Kleptomaniac, Pickpocket, Scissor Take. Okay, these are all upgrades. All right, so that's Lita. Then we've got Murphy. All right. So reference card, Murphy keeping cool, but then if you upgrade them, it's basically the Hulk. Vandalize. So losing grip, clock out. I'd stay away from me. Gaining control. So I think he probably has two minis, so when he changes to each other mini, that'd be cool. Morning meds. Murphy Crush. Toxic relationship. Suppressed menace. So these are story one, then the voice, losing control, losing grip, clock out. Okay, these are just upgrades. All right, cool, done. Then we've got Ronnie, the boxer. So jailbreak jabs, and upgrade is Hook Street Haymaker. Too bad it didn't change the art, but yeah. Time up, disqualifier, clock cleaner, sting like a bee, float like a butterfly, band boxer, white knuckle endurance, sucker punch, heedlessness, recoiling, and then upgrades. Okay. And the last one for the heroes, for the fighters, I should say. They're not heroes. Veda, so psychokinesis, and then kinetic chaos. Okay. Siphoning essence, phantom sweep, electromagnetic disruption, regeneration, practiced patience, unstable ground, environmental manipulation, forceful spirits, and then it's a story probably, emphatic nature, agoraphobia, and then upgrades. Okay, then we have some enemies. Parasol Inc. and their boss is the Proxy. An upgrade as well. Insider trading, hostile takeover, vandal research, unscheduled meeting, reorganization plan. Then the minions, clean sweep, executive, and Mr. Russo. Okay. Then we have the abandoned with the Project X, who is the boss. All right. So toxic emissions, toughened flesh, horrifying growth, creeping tendrils, biological mind link, Stacy, minion, amalgam, sorry, the Baron. Okay. Then we got a bunch of cards here that I'm not 100%. All right, so we got Aftershock story decks. So scavenged supplies, stolen supplies, treachery in the ranks, growing tensions and sour relationships, and hunger pangs. Then we've got triage and derailed. So the triage first. So triage stage setup, immediate care, injured survivors, eager to fight, critical moments, evacuate, quell resistance. Okay. Then we have derailed, stage rules, shipping manifest, so those are objectives, unexpected arrival, scheduled pickup, finders keepers, and return to sender. Okay. Then you've got more story cards. Okay. From Murphy, apparently the Murphy hero. So I'll put it with the other ones that are somewhere over here. So here we've got Meltdown stage setup. So let's see what's part of Meltdown. So we've got remote panel, fallouts, radioactive waste, unstable facility, hazmat suit, leaking valve, nuclear codes. That's it. Then we've got bogged down, toxic gators, corporate interests, from the sludge, radioactive eyes, big bugs, on the clock, bought time. And then you've got the other cards here, which are like allies and rivals probably. Yeah. So we've got the Proxy, Project X, Jade, Stacy, and then mission rules. Okay. All right. So there's still one deck that we haven't checked yet. So these are all basically stories. Hollow Threads, Board Meeting, then Lita Hero Story, Ronnie Hero Story, Aftershock Stories, so all of these. So basically these ones can go there as well. All right, so these are all the cards that were in here. So I think it's time to check out the other boxes because we're obviously going to have to put everything in there eventually. Okay, so here are the Aftershock stretch goals. The side of the boards are not really worth it. This is the back of the box. I've seen some of these faces already with the dividers, of course. So this is pretty heavy for a small box. So I'm imagining a lot of cards. Hey, Aftershock stretch goals. That is a lot of minis as well. About 71 of them, but 892 standard cards. Yay. A lot of tiles and tokens and turbo dice. and also random arcade mode, a new game mode. Cool. So this is really nice. Spring break. Yeah. And this one is schooled. I should play this with my students. School them. All right, so these are the tokens, which of course you don't really need if you have the standees. For the people, I mean. And then I guess you can always use it as a randomizer. Mob rules and peer pressure. Then the tokens that you can collect. And then power up. This is pounding pavement, followed by all the rave. Nice. I think you should add music then, though. You know, that it won't make sense. Oh, there goes one token. And this one is a casino, I guess. Oh no, it's a State of Decay. Basically the end of Scarface. Yeah, probably. And then Real Terror. Okay. This is the casino. Yeah. Then some nice dice. They're kind of translucent, you know, pretty good. And then a lot of cards. Oh, goody. But also a lot of minis. So let me get these decks out first. Okay. Let's do the minis first. Because I think one of these minis I'm really going to love. I think it's Chan Chan that they call them. Let's see. This is the first one. There we go. This is the second one. Looks a bit special. There's like stuff in the back. Oh, did it come loose? Yeah, it came loose. So this one is supposed to have wings, as you can see, but the wings came loose. Sure, I can just click it back in, and if it doesn't stay there, I'll just use glue. Yeah, it doesn't stick. So it's supposed to look like this. Okay. But yeah, the wings are loose, so I'll have to use glue to reattach that. It's not much of a problem. Just use some wood glue and whatever. So like one of those instant dry, super powerful glue should be fine. This one. And the next one, I am most likely going to play a game with. Because it is Chan Chan. Kung Fu Panda, baby. Yeah. And you've got a rock star. Of course, it's a lot of minis, but a lot of them are doubles as well. So, there's not that many to show. But of course, there's a lot of fighters. So after this is the stretch goal one. We still have one more box. There's Tide of the Dragon to go through. But yeah, like I said, most of it that we'll go through is it's going to be the cards. It's going to take the longest. I think if we add up all this time, it's going to be a major unboxing. It's going to be a long one. That's what happens. This is a cool mini. This guy is amazing. Wow. I have to say, not really a mini you'd expect in Street Masters. This one. This is with a chain. Still have to get my copy from out of storage. It's been a while since I played because I was waiting for this. I even think I have some upgrades for the other one, like, you know, like wooden boxes where you find the loot and everything, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder if this has a randomizer app. It should have. You know, like Legendary has from Marvel. It'd be cool just to like press a button, bang, randomized. These heroes, that location, those enemies. Yeah. That'd be nice. Maybe it exists, I don't know. I'd have to check. Okay. Next one is very cool. Also reminds me of Kung Fu Panda. Master Shifu. There we go. Then after this, we are starting with the minions again, I believe. Several of them anyway. This one, for example, there are multiple ones of this one. Okay. Then it's what, a gremlin? There's multiple ones of these as well. Like 5 of them. This one as well. Okay. And you've got this guy. This is a unique one. So imagine he's a fighter. And this is awesome. Hello, chainsaw. Yeah, cool. Then there's a bag here. I don't think it'll be anything interesting. Oh, it's 2 miniatures. Why are they loose in here? Why are there 2 minis loose in here? Well, it's 2 of the minis that we already have a bunch of, I think. This one has a problem with its gun, though, as you can see. It's like a clown. And this one here also has a problem with his gun because it's all bent out of shape. So I don't know why these are in a baggie on the side. Like, are you supposed to have 6? I'm not supposed to have 5 because all of these has 5, and these 2 guys only have 3. It's a bit of a weird solution to just put them loose in here. And arguably putting them in a baggie didn't help much, especially if the gun itself is fragile. It's better to put them in loose than in a baggie because a baggie will push it more, I think. Anyway, so those are these ones. I think the next ones are predominantly minions, seems like. We'll check it out. Yeah, they are. So I got this guy. But that's the problem with miniatures holding guns, right? Because they're quite small, the barrels, so they tend to like look like a clown's gun, like bleh. That's kind of like a problem. This one. Like I said, the minis are just okay. Nothing special, but easy to paint. This one. Okay. This one here. So the ones that I'm showing you now, they all have multiple ones. They all have like 5 of them, right? They're all like minions. That's why we're going through this pretty fast. Okay. This is a guy with a boombox. Pretty sweet. You can imagine the boombox can come in handy in a fight as well, to be honest. This woman has several axes. She's holding 2 of them. Better not make her upset. 3 of those, and then if there's only 3, it tends to like that normally means they're like lieutenants. They're stronger. So all these have 3. Okay. Last one. Again with a hammer. Okay, then it's time to open up all those cards. Yay. Okay, what I definitely like here is that they have divider decks. So, randomizer decks. They have enemy decks, so all the enemies are here, right? They have the stage decks. Oh, look how many stages. It is awesome. All the stages are here. Then they have the fighter decks. Even better. Look how many. So many fighters. Yeah, nice. And yeah, so here you can see it. I kind of organized them a little bit. Some of these are not here, but they'll most likely be in the other box. So yeah, let's just quickly go through them. First of all, you've got this deck here. You've got the Dawn, who's a protected boss, but he doesn't really seem to belong to anything specific. He does have a wing, so probably mob rules. I'll put him with there because, well, peer pressure as well. So could go with both. I'll keep them separate. All these are stories. Fighters or other stuff. It's all stories. So let's take a look at peer pressure. Okay, so peer pressure. So we got mooring, give us some love, sleep with the fishes, arrivederci, sabotage, coast guard, all aboard, and going overboard. Okay. Then we've got mob rules. Check please, mobsters, Mateos, business as usual, on the house, dine and dash, the main course, and cover your assets. Okay. Pounding pavement. We've got oncoming traffic, tagged, faulty hydrants, rush hour, ambitious punks, overzealous shopkeeper, anarchy ASAP. All right. Then we've got all the rave, vicious mix, bartender, DJ, dancer, beating down on beats, dance of the decrypted, missed breakdown events. Okay. And we've got real terror, the lobby, the glob, Count Loric, Zenthrax. Okay. Zenthrax? Zentcax. Okay. Or Thax, whatever. Zenthax. Okay. Ethan Kramer, Jeruseth, it came from the sludge, Lust of the Night Lord, Astral Havoc, the Sagamore Slaughterhouse, the Defiled Tomb, Intermission. Okay. Schooled. That's really interesting. Brainwashing, the Lectern, students, do as I do, attention class, scampering, substitute teacher. Okay. Then we've got a state of decay, the balcony, gallery, study, lounge, dining room, bedroom, untethered spirits, wrath of the restless, undying vengeance, minor hauntings. Okay. Spring break, the Omamori lanterns, fairgoers, breaking the barrier, sudden panic, crowd control, fresh snacks. Okay. Those are the locations, I guess, the stages. Then here we have the fighters. So Krunk, so animal spirits, and bestial instincts. So dragon whips its tail, dragon's fang, Kawabunga, speed of the snake, power of the tiger, balance of the crane, and then finally steely scales. Oh no, and weight of the world. Okay. Then we've got wicked. So 2 by 2, and then 2 for 1. Night Child, Daughter of Mercy, Faithful, Dissolve, Merciless Release, 100 Wounds, the Blackout, and then finally Gnarly. Oh wow. Okay. Then we've got Glam, Melodic Mayhem, and Destructive Dissonance. Not Even, Fouetté, Jumping Punch, In Another Life, Dude, Don't Stop Believing, Outrageous, Watch Your Damage, and then finally Totally Spazzing. Alright, cool. Then we've got Grill, Tongue Lash, and then Sticky Grip, Katagaruma, Tomoe Nagi, how do you spell relief, Uchimata, Wakigatame, did I do that? Yippee-ki-yay, wow, and Bodacious. Okay. Then Clint, Max, and Tiger Azules, these are just upgrade cards, so we're not going to go through them because they will come up later in a different box. Then we've got Mickey, Play Dirty, on the other side, Come Get Some. So Atomic Wedgie, okay then, Watch Your Step, Low Blow, Loudmouth, guess it's the guy from The Boys, I guess. Axe to Grind. Forgot his name. Star Power. Light Fingers. And then Calling Them Out. Then we've got these. These are also dividers, but I guess it's if you want to lie your cards down like this. So the other ones are if you want to put them face up, of course. So I mean standing up. Vertically. Okay, so then we've got Jack. So all in, and then that becomes Grease the Palms. Into the Fray. Rough Roundhouse. Gutter Punch. Scrapper. Hard Knocks. Against the Odds. Unrelenting Assaults. And then finally, Born Survivor. Then we've got Wildfire. There she is. One with Nature or Free Spirits. Modzunsi Clutch, I guess. Wind Dive. Wawazisi Slash. Okay. Ajijak. Okay. Binesi. I guess it's African. Makwa. Spirit Call, and Ancestral Gifts. Okay. Renee. So gather intel and data recovery. Electroshock Grip Mod, optimal positioning. Bionic Implant, Study Offensive Formation, Covering Fire, Stim Dart, Analyze Weaknesses, Calculated Response. Okay. Raven, Monster Hunter, Execution. Okay. Dark Thirst, Shadow Assault, Staked, Ruthless Stalker, Isolated Prey, Hallower Senses, Silver Bolt, and then finally Feast. Then my favorite, Chan Chan, the panda bear. So Bear Hug, and when he's powered up, Panda Fury, Rough and Tumble, Unexpected Footwork, Maul, Fast Paws, Terror on Two Legs, Mighty Grip, Intimidating Presence, and then finally Terrifying Roar. Then we've got multiple clans and turbo mode and so on, even though some clans like the Onyx League, the Golden Dragons, the Cartel, and the Brotherhood just have upgrades, so we'll see them back later. Maybe. Like the Brotherhood, I think, might be original. They might be original cards, but we'll see. Clan Hattori, so we've got Kenshin as a boss. So Cut a Swath, Whirlwind Blade, Hell from Above, Cyclone Assault, Cut a Swath again. So Ume is a minion, Tora, and then Reika. Okay. Then we got Turbo Mode. It's basically just everyone, but then a turbo card. Okay. And then, so basically ally and rivals. All right. Sorry, I'm not going to go through that. Then we've got the Cybertooth crew. We got a story there. I should probably just put it with the other stories. So we've got Miss Matrix, who is the boss. Then the Dark Web, Neoplating, Master of the Maw, Drawn into the Maw, Lola, Punk, the boombox guy, and then Cindy. Okay. Then we've got Recyclord. Okay. So he's the boss, obviously. Waste Not, Want Not, Dumpster Dive, Rumble Rouser, Grasping Carnage, Grasping Garbage, Trash Mouth, and then Shielding Rubbish. Okay. Then the Cifarelli family. You've got Genesis, who is blackmailed. So I guess here you should actually have the Dawn, because I'm pretty sure he's the boss. It's supposed to be here. So Genesis, blackmailed. Family Loyalty, blackmail. Increased Protection, Family Business. And then Bonnie is a minion. The Plumber, Keanu Reeves. And Tommy. Okay. Then we've got Davenport Manor. There's another story here. Family reunion. So, Celine is the boss. House Rules. Butchering Hour. Legacy of Davenport. Slaughter Spell. Hearth Hex. And then Bartholomew. Okay. Ilfa. And the lieutenant is Dolores. Okay. Then we've got the Kingdom. No, I think not. They're just upgrades. These are all upgrades. The Kingdom, Onyx League, Golden Dragons, Cartel, Brotherhood. So I'm not going to check that. Okay, so these cards are all done. So this box is done, finally. So now we're going to go over to Tide of the Dragon, and then we still have the Rumble pack, and then we're done. I'm already at 1 hour and 44 minutes. It's crazy. So actually on the inside of this box, there also was Street Masters Redemption. You've defeated the bosses, now play with them as fighters. And then here's some Blacklist games, but here Redemption 2, the other bosses to also play as fighters. And then here, Twin Tigers, the expansion you've been waiting for, the one that we're going to do. Oh, I guess we already checked. Yeah. So yeah, those on the side. Just want to let you know before we continue to the next box. So here is Tide of the Dragon, a standalone expansion for Street Master, so you can play it all by itself. There is some damage on the box here. You can't really tell, I'm sure, but there is. So you got 2 here, these 2 guys here, these 2 here, and these 2 here. This is the back of the box, okay? So the usual 1 to 4 players, 45 to 120 minutes, 14 plus age. So there won't be any art on the inside unless they suddenly change, but I don't think so. No. So Tide of the Dragon, a standalone expansion. So rules of play. So Bruce, I think we all know who Bruce is. Game components, fighter cards. Okay. Threat phase, 2-player game, attacks and damage, fighter dice. Additional rules, story mode, additional story rules, terrain fighters, so Jiru, Phoenix, Victoria, Bruce, the Fire Cloud Gang, the All Heaven Gang. Okay, so we got these tokens. Okay, more of these, you've seen these before, seen this all before. So then we have Market Clash. So we're actually in the middle of a market. Then here we have Sky High. So I guess it's a rooftop, so you can really fall down the skyscraper. That's pretty cool. So this box actually has less cards, noticeably less cards than the other one. So these ones are all the cards. You've got stuff to put everything else in, and then you've got these miniatures, and underneath there are some, that's pretty cool, there are some terrain. Cool. So let's take a look at the minis first. So obviously it's the same as usual. Some of them you have multiple ones of, like this guy. Okay. So that's 5 of them. Then you got 3 of this guy. Then we've got another 5 of this one. And 3 of this one. Five of this one. Okay, and then I think now, well, let me wait with this one. This one we also have 5 of, and then it's going to be the 6 fighters. Okay, then we have the 6 fighters. So this one. This one. There we go. Oh, focus. There we go. I guess this is Bruce. And we got this one. And then the last one. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Then we've got this one here, this tray. So we've got some loot cards. We haven't seen many loot cards actually. It's kind of cool. So, because this is more Asian, we've got roast duck, boba milk tea, cleaver, throwing daggers, manhua, kung fu tea, coins, fireworks, egg tarts, and 2 times 4. Okay, cool. Then we've got these little terrain pieces. So you got fire drain. That's cute. You got fire drain. You've got barrels. Okay. You've got these construction worker. Well, no, they're just ladders. Sorry. Just a ladder. And multiple ones of those. Many ladders. And then the loot boxes. It says TNT, but I guess you can just use it as a loot box. Yeah. I don't think you're going to find roast duck in a TNT box. So then just the usual ones. We've got the dice. And then the standees that are different. The bases that are a lot different now. And of which I bought extra ones off. So yeah, so this pack is actually just what you've just seen, but then again, so you can easier play with other people. You have your own dice, you don't have to share. So let's take a look at these cards. And then the only thing left is the Rumble pack. So of course, we've got the dividers here. So I'm not going to go through these. So this is Jiru. Okay. So the first one is off the cuff and powered up. It is just wing it. Makeshift restraints. 4-legged fastball. Bottle service. Cleaning up. Make my own luck. 10 speed. Flip the table. Sticky fingers. And then upgrades to everything. All right. Then we've got Phoenix. So opposite reaction. Flips 2. Back at you. So single whip. Brush knee. Push hands. White crane spread wings. Part the horse's mane. Cloud hands. Grasp bird's tail. Strum the lute. Qigong. And then upgrades. Victoria. So she has untethered. Immovable. So windmill slam. Sacrifice throw. So she's more like a wrestler. Strike smash. Got it on lock. Crank it up. All choked up. Undivided attention. Unbreakable. And then upgrades. Bruce. All right, so he has flow, which changes to undaunted. Okay. So hair grab. Flash roundhouse. Furious fists. Fleet-footed. Shapeless. My body is a weapon. Beckon. 1/4-inch punch. And then upgrades. And then we come to the enemies. We have the Fire Cloud Gang, where Tiger Ip is the boss. Ip Man, I guess. Here you go. Here he is. So butterfly swords, dragon pole, fight cutting knives, the trap is sprung, And then Luke is a minion. Oscar is a minion. Lion is a minion. And then upgrade cards. Yeah. Then we've got the All Heaven Gang. So we have Train, who is the boss. Body of Steel. Heightened Reflexes. Human Resolve. First Mistake. Last Mistake. Then Rena is a minion. Rena, Big Dragon. And Goliath again. Okay. And upgrades. So I realized I don't have everything of Street Masters, or maybe I have it at home in the in storage in the others. I'm not sure. So terrain, ladder, TNT crate, fire hydrant, and oil drum. Okay, that's why we have it. So it's a different kind of thing. So these are the allies and the rivals as usual, right? So I know I have a bunch of upgrade expansions in the original box, but I haven't seen any of the redemption packs, so I don't know. I don't really know. So location, so stages, the market crash, protection money, kickback, butcher knife, one person's trash, there they are, bottleneck, get down from there, and lost in the crowd. Then the sky high stage, communications array, reinforcements, aggressive winds, doves, death from above, supply drop, and exhaust fan reboot. And then finally we have all the stories and the player aids. These are the player aids, and these are all the stories. Okay. Cool. So that's it for this expansion. Now I should also show you on the side of the box, I guess, we have Contra, the board game. We have Buddy Cop, Lasting Tales. I don't know how many of these are still available, to be honest, and are of need. Because like I said, Blacklist games, I don't think they exist anymore. Maybe they do, I'm not sure. So it is dawned to me that I don't have everything. For example, on the Aftershock box, it does says Twin Tigers and everything. But I don't think I have that expansion. It just can put everything in that box, but I don't think I actually have it. I do have this last pack here, which is a Rumble pack. So let's quickly open it and see what's inside. So there's definitely a bunch of cards. So it's a Rumble pack here. Cards. Are these are dividers, because the dividers I think were not a part of that. We've got punch out tokens, which I don't think is very useful because we have this the miniatures. Then we've got stickers. Okay. And more stickers, which I guess you can always paste on the stuff if you want to. But yeah, that's kind of it. So let's just take a look at the cards and see, like this one, these are just dividers of what I think we have just gotten or just checked out. So Jiru, Bruce, Victoria, Phoenix, yeah. So these are just the dividers of everything that we... Oh, but this is something else. Darius, Marianne, Isabella, Zane, Sarah, Mr. Apple. So I'm not sure if I have these characters. But at least, thanks to these dividers, it'll be much easier to find out what I'm missing. And maybe down the line, maybe, you know, fill in the gaps of my collection. Even though I have so much stuff now, I don't think I need to fill out the gaps, but, you know. At least I'm happy. I'm pretty sure everything's going to fit in that box. So all these different boxes you've just seen might be able to just go down to one simple box, and that will make me very happy. So let's see what's in the Rumble pack. So fighter deck add-ons for the other people, enemy decks, stage decks, fighter decks add-ons, and then more rivals and allies. So like Boris and Clint and Sofelicia and Mountain, these are actually just bosses as well, I think. Plus they'll also become rivals or allies. And then we've got the Oni. So I don't think these are useful for me because I think I don't have this expansion. Of course I'll hang on to them because I might need them one day. But same with the Nawali, I 100% don't have that one because these are like the more Aztec stuff. Death from Below, Flesh for Flesh, Decaying Blast, Foul Prophecy, you know, Enfeebling Hex, stuff like that. So yeah, whatever. So it's good to have it, you know, but I don't think I'm going to actually use it. So this is the end of the unboxing. It's crazy. I have to order now. I have to sort everything out, put it all in the boxes. That's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm most likely going to make some videos of this sooner or later because I like Street Masters. Well, I love Street Masters a lot. It's in my top 100. You can go check it out. It's in there somewhere. It's on there somewhere. And yeah, it might go up if I play it more. One day I might paint all the minis because it shouldn't take too long. They're quite easy to do, but still, I don't know, one day. Okay, if you managed it all the way to the end, I know I said it took more than 2 hours, but technically not because I went out to do something else to take a break, so it kept recording. So I don't know how much it's going to be in the end. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is Joachim and always will be. So see you again some time, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.